Hello there, my name is Steve Mattis with Actual Infinity and Heart of Business. I help people who want better results in their business or life and who want love and kindness to lead the way. Today I want to talk about the need, the importance of the world hearing your voice. There's a lot going on in the world today. There's a lot of people being harmed, a lot of people being hurt. It can be overwhelming. The political scene is overwhelming. There are horrific things that are happening, things that make us, are there even words to describe what we're seeing? The people that are being hurt and harmed. And not only with the current political system, this has been going on for a very long time. We are only now being willing to name it as clearly as we are. So frankly, this is nothing new. It's just in our face a lot more abruptly, with much more force. And what I see happening, not only in my heart, but with many hearts, is that because of the grief and the sadness and the fear and the disgust and the overwhelm that we feel and see and experience in observing what we're observing in the world, is that it can feel helpless, hopeless. And I hear from many people the question or the statement or the thought, what am I going to say? Does my work even matter? My work feels like it pales in comparison to what immigrants are facing, or people of color are facing, or people in the LGBT community are facing, or trans women of color are facing. But what I want to tell you today is that what the world needs are voices of love and kindness and compassion that care, that bring in healing, empathy, gentleness, and voices of strength and power and clarity and accountability and a path forward that will retool the system that we're living in. There's room for all of that. And what I experience in myself is that sometimes, because I am not all of those things, or I don't feel like I have ready access to all of those things, that I don't show up at all. For instance, my whole platform, what I'm just built around, what my soul is connected to, is kindness and love. Now, I'm going to offer a juxtaposition here, which isn't really true, but just for illustrative purposes. I'm the love, kindness, gentle, compassion guy. I'm not the powerful, speak out, angry guy, right? And in the world, you might be told that now is the time for anger and speaking out and rising up. And that may not feel like you. It doesn't always feel like me. Although sometimes I can get that way. I'm getting that way in this video, a little bit. But what you need to understand, what I want to encourage you to hear, is that both of those are needed, but you don't have to be both of those. If you're the person who is angry and wants and needs to express it, do it. But if you're the person who wants to be soft and gentle and kind, do it. Now, again, I need to make the point super clear that being soft, gentle, kind, and loving is not different than being angry or loud or holding people accountable. They're not two different things. They just sound different. They come across differently. There is room and there is need for both. Love and anger, they're not mutually exclusive. They can exist together. However, each of us likely have a different proclivity, a different lane that we're used to driving in, right? And that doesn't mean that we can't flex. But what I see happening over and over, and I experience this in myself all the time, is because I'm generally not an angry, loud person that's going to make my point and stand up and rise up against the forces of evil in that way, I can feel shame. And so I disappear. And that's not helpful. That doesn't help anyone. Now, no voice is being heard. So in the turmoil of the world that we see today, it's easy to feel overwhelmed that we have to somehow contain it all, or to be present in the world in just the right way so that we feel like we are representing exactly the people who need it the most in just the way that they need it the most. And what happens is that we just can't. And so, and it might feel even unsafe to try. And I'm even going to go so far as to say it is unsafe to try. Because there are people in the world, there are people with good hearts that because you don't show up in the way they want you to show up, they will shame you for doing so. You should have shown up louder, or you should have been more angry, or you should have been more loving, or you should have been more kind. And I want to encourage you to show up, period. Let your voice be heard. Bring your voice forward, however feels resonant for you. If it's loud and angry or soft and kind, let your voice be heard. But what I want to plant a flag for, and I'm planting the flag in my own heart too, is to show up. Don't take the path, please, of hiding, of not speaking at all. Because there are individuals in the world who need to hear exactly what you have to say, in exactly the way you have to say it. And rest assured, not everyone is going to accept it or feel like you said the right thing in the right way at the right time. But what I can assure you is that it's better than not showing up at all. Whatever gift you have, yoga, acupuncture, massage therapy, financial advice, maybe you're a concierge, maybe you're an artist, maybe you help awaken women's sensuality, whatever it is that you do, however it is that you want to speak about what you do in the world and bring your services and bring your healing and bring your gifts to the world, to let your jewel shine in the world, please know that there is a place for that. There is a need for that, and it matters so, so much. And although it can be really scary to be vulnerable and to speak and to let yourself be seen, there is nothing needed more in this world than your healing power, your clarity and your strength and your kindness and your love, however that comes out of you. Please show up. You matter. And I will continue to show up along with you. The world needs healing. And you and I can help bring it. So let's do it.